one so special in his own way. Montgomery's the leader and he's such a good sport. But get along, gang, get along, gang. There's Wilma and Dottie with the spirits. Bingo, the prankster doesn't ruin it. Logical Porsche will figure it out. And that's the Zipper, the lead machine. Get out with the get along, gang. Come on, their adventures don't end. Get out with the get along, gang. Get out with the get along, gang. That clubhouse caboose on its way. Get out with the get along, gang.
Have you ever wondered why we all just can't get along sometimes? Well, today I'm going to be taking a look at a cartoon series that did just that, The Get Along Gang, which premiered in 1983. It was a series with 6 different characters that encountered a lot of different problems that kids would encounter as they're growing up through elementary and middle school, like tattletales or crybabies, bullies, and basically just don't be a douchebag. There were 6 characters in the main show that all hung out at a caboose that they used as a clubhouse, with the main character being Montgomery Moose, who was the leader of the gang and always seemed to know right from wrong. He was very caring and good at sports and was the leader. Dottie Dog, his second in command, was a cheerleader who always had a very upbeat spirit but didn't always have the best judgment. Wilma Lamb was a ballerina who was very vain and carried a mirror around with herself. Zipper Cat was an athletic cat who was very good at sports and kind of cocky, but still a good-natured sport. Porsche Porcupine was the youngest out of the group, and she was tended known as a crybaby or a tattletale because she would always have temper tantrums. Bingo Bet-It-All Beaver, who was a prankster and gambler whose mistakes would often cause trouble for the rest of the gang. And the 2 main villains of the series, Catch'em Crocodile and the snake, Leyland Lizard, who would always be causing trouble for the gang. The cartoon originally aired in 1983 on CBS on their Saturday morning extravaganza that they would have. Now, the gang usually got into different misadventures and where they would try to convince everyone to, well, basically get along. That was kind of the whole premise of the show, and seeing as the target audience that it was aimed at, it was just trying to tell kids, hey, don't be a jerk in school, or just don't end up being a jerk in life, and just everybody get along and have a good time. Now, the show did pretty well, although it only had a 2-season run. There was many lines of toys that came out, with a clubhouse and PVC figures that came out for the series, which are really neat and actually hard to find, and even a comic book that came out. But at this point, Star, a division of Marvel, was willing to put comics out about anything. Alright, now let's take a look at some of the different toys that I have here for the Get Along Gang series. Now, Get Along Gang, the concept was actually designed by the American Greetings Corporation, which is the company that does a lot of greeting cards, and they have another sublet called Applause, which makes a lot of PVC figures that you've probably seen at different toy stores and stuff. So now this is one of the larger, about 6 or 7 inch Get Along Gang figures, and I believe he would be holding on to his scooter here. We have Montgomery Moose, and he's a really nicely detailed rubber figure with a really bright yellow antlers and pants, and most of the characters have a monogram on their chest. You can see his face there, and he has the bright yellow M on his chest, kind of looking like a college-age student, I guess, even though they're just kids, but really neat. And this is Zipper the Cat. I forgot what his name was. Really cool that his name's Zipper the Cat. I just kind of like that. And you can see he's got his headband on, and he's got his tracksuit with the hoodie, which I don't think will go over his head. No, unfortunately it won't. And you got the shorts and everything, and he's just so cool looking. I mean, I love the roller skates at the bottom here with the stars on the wheels, and they're so well detailed with the blue stripes on the side. I mean, this thing really can't get any more 80s if it tried. And he's kind of neat because you can pry his arms open here, and he can actually grab onto things. I usually have him hanging off of my curtains, but you can pretty much put him on anything, from your backpack to a bag of chips or a pencil. And I think that's probably what he was more designed for, probably like a pencil topper. Now, the Get Along Gang series, as kind of cornball as it is, I gotta say this will always have a special place in my heart, because this is one of the first TV shows that I remember as a kid from 1983. Oh, he fell over there. Sometimes those roller skates aren't very good at holding him up. And this is one of the applause figures. This is the Porsche Porcupine. Kind of hard to pronounce name here. And you can see she's kind of in like a dancing, free-spirited pose as she leans to one side. And you can see she has the bows in her hair and is wearing the little shirt with the bow and everything like that, and really neat little PVC figures. And now this next line of merchandise that I found out at a flea market and was really interesting. Never expected to come across anything like this. These are magnets, and they are made by Applause. And as you can see, we have Wilma the Lamb here, and she's in her ballerina pose. And you can see the magnet on the back as they're kind of only just two-dimensional here, but they're really neat. I like the colors and the poses they did with them. They really capture everybody from the show really well. And then we have Porsche Porcupine here again. You can see she's holding a flower and has the sneakers and the outfit on and everything. And it's a pretty good resemblance, I guess. I mean, seeing as these are just magnets, so it's not too bad considering you're comparing that to the little PVC figures or what have you. They're really hard to stand up too, since they're flat. Like, there's almost nothing that you can use to keep them standing up straight. And then we have Montgomery Moose here again. I really like his color scheme a lot. Very, very bright with the bright yellow. But it looks kind of funny. It looks like he's like, hey, where'd half my body go? Like, it's just weird seeing them one-dimensional. But, you know, looks good. He's pointing his hand up in the air, probably making a point about how everybody's being a bunch of jackasses or something and trying to get everybody to calm down. And then we have Bingo the Beaver again here, and I honestly didn't remember him being the prankster from the show. I like his outfit a lot with the patches on the overalls and the well-done tail, and he's holding a baseball in his hand there with the black and white kind of Converse-style sneakers. But yeah, I didn't really remember him being too much of a prankster. Another thing that I found interesting was, even though you had Ketchum, Crocodile, and the Snake as main villains, they never really had main villains from episode to episode. Each episode they always faced a different character, like a bully or a tattletale, so the villains were never really too consistent. Here we have Dottie in her cheerleader outfit, and they did a good job with the pom-poms and the emblem on her shirt, as well as the sneakers and bows in her hair. And then last but not least, we have my very favorite out of the whole group, just because he's got my favorite color on. And that would be Zipper the Cat. And how do you not love a character named Zipper the Cat? I mean, come on, what an awesome name that is, Zipper the Cat. And you can see he's in his tracksuit with his orange shoes on, his headband on, going jogging or whatever. And looks, I guess, as close as you can get from a little plush animal to a magnet. So there you go, guys. There's all the toys I have from the Get Along Gang series. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at it with me today, and I'll see you guys back here next week. Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you do the Facebook or Twitter thing, follow me at #KingOfRetro. See you next time.